We do have one potential crisis averted. Of course, the president, the White House, and congressional leaders announced an agreement on a 2-year budget deal, lifted the debt ceiling, raised spending levels. The president tweeted, "I'm pleased to announce the deal has been struck with Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, Speaker of the House Pelosi, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy on a 2-year budget and debt ceiling with no poison pills. This was a real compromise in order to give another big victory to our great military and vets." People still shaking their head about why we even had a sequester. If when things got tough, you're just going to ignore it.
Is this the new, kinder, more gentler Trump? I think he respects Pelosi. It's probably annoying to the base that wants to send Pelosi back to wherever Pelosi's from, San Francisco. Paul, great guy too, husband. But he's got new fish to fry. Boris Johnson. He's pretty quick with the congratulations.
Yeah.
But reminds us, yes, to keep America great right after that, because we got to keep things in perspective. But I do think, I thought that was a rare bit of bipartisanship. And maybe that is, I'll go a step further, maybe that's a good sign for the new NAFTA. Boy, does he ever hate that?
Maybe. Yeah,
maybe.
I don't, it doesn't feel to me, based on the last 2.5 years, that you can read anything into any one event in terms of saying it's going to dictate a longer-term trend, don't you think?
You mean like there's been some volatility?
A little bit.
Procedures?
But it takes care of a risk in the marketplace.
Take that off.
Most, I think, participants were not seriously considering was going to occur, but nonetheless would have been very dangerous if we got closer and closer to
on
the
the Powell watch and the need to be a dove.
Yeah.
Remember, Powell referenced Brexit last time. Now he's got Boris in there.
Boris
I know.
Johnson.
Moody's is already out saying no deal Brexit risk is up.
Now,
back to famine. Remember the famine. That's the issue.
What?
People are talking about potential famine.
Where?
In Britain, if they hard Brexit.
They are?
Yeah, they are.
Medicine supply shock, things like that.
Understand what's about to happen.
No,
it's not 1847. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I know your family. I know your family.
By the way, the Irish. I mean, yeah, they're not going along here.
When your family during the potato famine, how'd they handle it?
Scotland. Excuse me.
During the potato famine, how'd your family do?
I don't know. We weren't in that part.
Oh, I thought that.
Yeah, we were.
You never know.
I think we were a little east.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
just checking.
By the way, things were not good there either. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, no? No. I saw Fiddler on the Roof. I agree with you.
Yeah, no. Back to the budget deal for a second, and something we talk about all the time. You tweeted earlier, I think, Carl, the national debt.
Yes.
From 14 to 19. I think it's going to rise by almost $3 trillion during the course of the current president of the term. $3 trillion. Nobody cares. No. This lady Maya McGinnis, we bring her on once every couple of weeks.
It's our grandchildren.
She says this may be the worst budget deal in the country's history.
Yeah.
It's our grandchildren. Put that one off. Remember when
I
we
don't
used to
have
talk
any
about
grandchildren,
our grandchildren, we got to be worried. Now it's like our grandchildren, they'll figure it out. You know, the web, Okta, Z-scale, or whatever.
So nobody cares?
No, nobody cares.
If rates were to go up meaningfully, 200 basis point increase in rates, do you know what that would do in terms of our interest costs? It would swamp everything else in the budget.
Let's run the tape, the January 22nd tape of Ray Dalio telling us to sell everything because of all these issues. Do you want to go?
It's been 6 months, doesn't mean Ray's wrong.
No? He's down 4 in
entitlement reform. Who's the other guy? Stan Druckenmiller, he's another one.
There are teams that fell apart since the All-Star break, and we hate them. There are already teams in training camp that we realized, like the Giants signed their quarterback. Let's sell them. I'm just saying that if we look at what Dalio said, it's a good reason to sell, but now we've had a very big run. So the deficit, yeah, there's a good reason. That's a good reason to sell. I don't know.
No, of course not. It never has been. And it's always been this abstract concern.
Well, we got to get it under control.
And it probably will be until there's a true crisis of some kind. Or if rates were ever to rise meaningfully and people suddenly realize we're spending more on interest than we are in defense, and we are in discretion, than we are in anything else. And we no longer can afford to pay people the Social Security benefits.
Business is the greatest source of progress. Only business's charity will surpass incredibly what the government has as discretionary budget soon.
business, his tax rate has come in far lower than even had been anticipated, and revenues from business are running even lower than they had anticipated. Therefore, the deficit is going to be $1 trillion this year.
What do you want me to do?
I don't
be
want you
sad?
To yes, I want you to be
I'll
sad.
go be sad.
Just let us know the minute before we turn into Greece. That would be a huge help.
Greece is coming back. They got great
well,
conservative
thanks to some help. Yes.
Yeah. I always wanted to buy an island.
And negative rates.
Did you look at buying an island during the downturn?
No, I didn't. The Japanese, they're all domestic ownership is of their national debt. We have ours all over the place.
The Chinese, remember, was supposed to be a big crisis about the Chinese debt. They're buyers.
Their holdings are near a 2-year low. They're playing this.
But they're the Chinese. Hey, we're the Chinese. Do you see that new exchange that they came up with?
Yes.
You know what the key thing about the Chinese new exchange?
No.
You don't need financials. I've always been waiting for something like that. Financials.
Meanwhile, we're going to cut federal funding for buying Chinese electric buses and/or rail cars.
Well, have they bought soy?
I don't know how.
No, they haven't bought
Gotta
soy.
buy some soy.